Hello everyone! Welcome po ulit sa ating Matisip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our topic for today is all about triangle inequality theorems and their corollaries. But before we begin, let me just thank everyone for supporting our YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we encourage you to click the subscribe button to support us with our free Tagalog mathematics tutorial for those who want to learn more about mathematics. And for our teachers, I would like to thank you for sharing this to our dear students. And teachers, if you want to avail of our PowerPoint presentation so that you can use it in your lessons, you can contact us on our Facebook page. All right, so without further ado, let us now begin with our lesson. All right, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to apply the triangle inequality theorems to establish results for angles and sides in triangles. All right, but before we begin, let's have these questions for you to think about first. All right, so we have here, can we make a triangle with these three drinking straws? Let's say, for example, you have this 4 centimeter straw, 6 centimeter, and then 10 centimeter straw. Makakabuo ba tayo ng isang triangle out of these three straws? What do you think? Okay, to do that, we can actually move these straws and then let's form a triangle. Let's see. Okay, tignan natin kung magiging triangle siya. Alright, so if you take a look at this, do you think this is a triangle? Well, there is an opening. Hindi natin kayang pagdikitin yan kahit na i-move pa natin siya. So this is not possible. 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and 10 centimeter straws can't make a triangle. So the question is, without moving the straws, how can we tell when three lengths form a triangle? Paano natin malalaman without moving the straws? Okay, with just the measurement, paano natin malalaman kung makakabuo tayo ng triangle? Let's say there are other measurements. Paano natin malalaman yon? And another question is, how do the angles and sides of a triangle compare with one another? Okay, so these questions will be answered through our lesson for today. Okay, so the answer for those questions, the first question is what we call the triangle inequality theorem and its corollary. So what is this? Let's take a look. First, let's have the definition of this theorem. Okay, what is triangle inequality theorem? In any triangle, the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the lengths of the third side. So let's visualize it using this triangle. So any kind of triangle naman, in this case, this is a scalene triangle. Remember, scalene triangle has different sides, measurements of the sides. Okay, so let's say the sum of the lengths of any two sides. We have here side A, side B, and then side C, okay, is greater than the length of the third side. So, for example, we have here the first two side, A plus B. Pag pinag-add natin yan, pag pinag-combine natin yan, the sum is always greater than the third side, which is side C. Okay, do you agree? Alright, good. Next, what if we add side B and side C naman? So, we have here side B plus side C, pag pinag-add man natin to, is it greater than side A? Of course, okay? Next, how about side A and side C? So how about these two sides? Side C and then side A. Okay, obviously, pag pinagdugtong natin yan, it is always longer than the third side, which is in this case, side B na yung third side natin. So yun po yung ibig sabihin ng triangle inequality theorem. Okay, you pick any two sides, pag pinag-combine mo, it is always greater than the third side. Okay, now to apply this para masagot natin yung question natin kanina. To know if three sides can form a triangle, let's have some examples. Alright, so let's have number 1. Okay, check if 4 centimeters, 7 centimeter, and 10 centimeters can form a triangle. We have here three sides of a triangle. Let's see if it can really form a triangle. So using the triangle inequality theorem, let's have this, sum of two sides. Pag i-add natin yung two sides, and then i-compare natin siya sa third side. So let's have the first two sides. Ang gagamitin natin ngayon is yung 4 tsaka 7 muna. If we're going to add 4 and 7, the answer is 11. Now, let's compare it with the third side. So, since we have 4 and 7, 4 and 7, ang third side na natin ngayon is yung 10. So, the third side is 10. So, is it greater or lesser? All right, good. The sum of the two sides, 11, is greater than 10. So, na-meet niya yung ating theorem kanina. Now, let's pick another two sides aside from 4 and 7. So, we have here 7 and 10, a combination of 7 and 10. Pag pinag-add ba natin yan, mas higit ba siya sa third side? So, the third side now will be, of course, 4. Now, 17, yes, is greater than 4. So, na-meet pa rin niya yung ating inequality theorem. Now, let's pick the last combination of sides. So, na-pick na natin si 4 and 7. Na-pick na natin si 7 and 10. How about 4 and 10? Okay, so 4 plus 10, the answer will be 14. Now, 4 and 10, ano na ang naiwan? Ito na po yung third side natin, si 7. So, what is or which is greater? Yes, the sum of the two sides is still greater than the third side. So, pag na-meet niya yung tatlong yan, ibig sabihin, that is a triangle. A triangle can be formed using 4, 7, and 10 centimeters. Okay, let's have another example. Let's check if 16 centimeters, 9 centimeter, and 6 centimeter can form a triangle. Okay, let's start with the first combination. Let's add 16 and 9, these two sides. Will it be greater than 6? Let's see. The third side is 6. Okay, yes, 16 plus 9 is 25. It is greater than the third side, 6. Alright, na-meet niya yung ating theorem. Next, let's pick another two sides. So we have 16 and 6 naman ngayon. 16 and 6, pag pinag-add natin, it will be 22. Is it greater than the third side? For this case, it's 9. Okay, yes, greater pa rin po yung sum ng two sides natin. Now, ano pa yung hindi natin pinag-add sa tatlong to? We can add 9 and 6. Okay, let's add 9 and 6. Will it be greater? The answer is 15. Ano na yung naiwan? Pag pinag-add natin yung 9 and 6, ang naiwan is yung 16. Yun na yung third side. So, is 15 greater than 16? Oops! Hindi po siya greater. Therefore, hindi niya na-meet yung ating triangle inequality theorem. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Pag may hindi na-meet, ibig sabihin it's not greater. Therefore, triangle cannot be formed. Dapat, any combination pwede, no? Hindi pwedeng may isang combination na pag pinag-add mo mas maliit kaysa sa third side. So, we cannot form a triangle using 6, 16, and 9 centimeters. Alright? Okay, next, let's have example number 3. Okay, this time, we are going to go back with our engagement activity kanina. Well, alam na natin yung sagot dito. We cannot form the triangle using these 3 straws. But without moving these straws, we can actually do that using this triangle inequality theorem. So, can we make a triangle with these 3 drinking straws? Let's use triangle inequality theorem. The sum of two sides, let's pick. Okay, let's pick 10 and then 4 this time. And then the answer will be 14 pag pinag-add natin. Let's compare it with the third side, which is now 6. Okay, greater. Yes, na-meet naman niya. Now, let's pick another one. How about 10 and 6? 10 plus 6 is 16. It's greater than the third side, which is 4. So, pwede pa rin, no? But, if we take a look at 4 and 6, pag pinag-add po natin yan, it will now be 10. So, is it greater than the third side, which is also 10? No, they are not greater or less than. It is actually equal. Therefore, it did not meet pa rin yung ating triangle inequality. It should be greater, no? This should be greater. So, the triangle cannot be formed. Okay? So, ang technique natin dito, class, is take a look at the smallest sides. Yun lagi ang unahin mo para you don't need to undergo these 3 trials. Kahit ito na inuna mo, 4 plus 6, nakita mo 10, it is equal to the third side, which is 10. It's not greater. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya triangle. Okay, so ang technique natin, always start with the 2 smallest or least measurement. Then yun yung i-add mo para makita mo kung greater siya doon sa third side natin. Okay? All right, so let's see. Let's practice this using this exercise. You can do this on a paper. Try to do this first. You can pause this video and then try to play later on pag nasagot mo na so we can guide you with the correct answers. Okay, I hope you are now ready and I hope trinay mong sagutan to because remember, in order for us to learn is we have to practice. Okay, we cannot learn mathematics if we do not do mathematics. Okay, so let's take a look at the solution. First, we have here the lengths 9, 11, and 12 centimeters. Okay, sabi ko nga sa inyo, unahin nyo yung pinakamaliit na, dalawang pinakamaliit na sides which is here, in this case, is 9 and then 11. I-add mo na siya kaagad. So 9 and 11. Is it greater than the third side, which is 12? 9 plus 11 is 20, and then greater siya kay 12. So the answer is yes. Okay, next one. We have here 5 and 8. I-add mo na kagad si 5 and 8. The answer will be 13. It's not greater than the third side, 15. It's less than. Therefore, the answer is no. Okay, next we have here 5 and 7. We add 5 and 7. It's 12. So, anong relationship niya sa third side? It's equal, not greater than. So, no pa rin po ang sagot. Next, we have here 16 tsaka 23. Pinag-add natin, magiging 16 plus 23, it's 39. So, it's greater than 35. Therefore, it can form, these numbers, these measurements can form a triangle. And then last number 5, we have here 1, 99, and 100. The list is 1 and 99. We just add. And we know that the answer is 100. It is equal to the third side. So, it's a no. Okay? So, I hope nasagot nyo po ng tama. Thank you for participating. Now, let's move on to the next part of our lesson, which is the corollary of a triangle inequality. Okay, before we do this, ano muna ang ibig sabihin ng corollary? First, we have to know what is a corollary. Of course, we already know the theorem. Now, how about corollary? When you say corollary, a corollary is a statement that, first, it follows directly and almost immediately from a previous proven theorem. Okay? Another way to put it is it needs little or no separate proof. And then lastly, it is a direct consequence of a theorem. So parang follow-up lang siya ng theorem. So pag meron tayong theorem, okay, out of the theorem, we can actually create a corollary. So let's have the corollary of the triangle inequality theorem. So, this is the corollary. Okay, the length of any side of the triangle is greater than the difference of the other two sides. If we are going to write it in symbol, we can have this. The absolute value of A minus B is less than C. Okay? So, you can use absolute value or you can use A minus B as long as yung A is yung mas malaking side kaysa sa B. Okay? Para hindi negative yung kanyang sagot. So let's have an example para mas maintindihan nyo ito. Let's have example number 1. Two sides of a triangle have lengths 8 and 5 units. What is the range of the possible values of the third side? Okay, so let A and B, where A is greater or equal to B, be the two sides of a triangle and C be the third side. Now, the range of possible values of the third side is given by, we have here C is greater than A minus B but less than A plus B. Okay? So, nasa gitna siya nung A minus B at saka A plus B. So, let's have an example para mas maintindihan nyo. So, let A is equal to 8. Okay? And let B is equal to 5. So, yung side 8, yun yung side A natin. Side na measurement ay 5, yun ang side B natin. Now, using this, okay, relationships, inequalities, let's have A is 8 minus B, which is 5. And then dito naman, 8 plus 5 siya. Okay, so 8 minus 5 is 3, while 8 plus 5 is 13. Therefore, yung C is in between 3 and then 13. Ibig sabihin, C is greater than 3 but less than 13. So the third side must be greater than 3 centimeter and less than 13 centimeter. And we can actually write the answer using this notation. Okay, gagamit lang tayo ng parenthesis, open and close parenthesis, and then comma. Okay, this is actually what we call the interval notation. The way of writing this in this form is what we call interval notation. Ibig sabihin, the value of the third side of the triangle is in between 3 and 13. So magre-range siya from 4 up to 12. Okay, kasi nga in between, hindi pwede yung 3, hindi rin pwede yung 13. Okay, let's have example number 2. Two sides of a triangle have lengths 10 and 18 units. What is the range of the possible values of the third side? Okay, so in our solution, we have here let A is equal to 18 and B is equal to 10. Now, what will be the possible values for C? We use this inequalities. C is greater than A minus B but less than A plus B. So let's substitute. A is 18 minus B, which is 10. And then here on this side, 18 plus 10 naman. So 18 minus 10 is 8. 18 plus 10 is 28. Therefore, the possible values for our third side C is greater than 8 but less than 28. Okay, in our interval notation, the range of the possible values of the third side of the triangle is between 8 and 28. Okay, take note, hindi po kasali yung 8 tsaka 28. Okay, now for the third example, let's try to answer this together. Try to think of the range as well. Okay, so we have here two sides are 6 centimeter and 12 centimeters. Find the range of the possible lengths of the third side. Okay, so in our solution, let us represent A as 12, yung ating first side, and then we have here 6 as our B. Okay, bakit inuna ko yung 12? Okay, kasi in our inequality, we will subtract A minus B. Okay, kapag inuna ko yung 6 dito, A minus B will be negative, no? Pwede naman kung lalagyan natin ng absolute value symbol ito. Pero kung gusto mo, mas maganda unahin mo na yung bigger side, which is 12. Yun na yung magiging A natin. So 12 minus 6 na po yan. And then dito naman is 12 plus 6. 12 minus 6 is equal to 6. And then 12 plus 6 is equal to 18. Therefore, C is, the range of possible values of the third side of the triangle is greater than 6 but less than 18. Or in interval notation, we have 6, 18 in a parenthesis. Alright, yun po yung ating sagot. Okay, let's have more exercises. We have already answered number 1 here, 12 and 6. The possible range is in between 6 and 18. Now try to do also number 2 and 3. I'll give you time to do this in your paper and then go back here to check your answer. Okay, God bless po ulit sa pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's find out the correct answer here for the solution in number 2. Okay, we have here 24 minus 16 and then 24 plus 16. The range is in between 8 and 40. Okay, next one we have here 32 and 27. So you subtract and then you add here. So the answer will be 5 and 59. The range of the possible third side is in between 5 and 59. So I hope nakuha mo yung mga tamang sagot. Okay, let's move on to more relationship theorems on triangles. We have now here the angle side relationship theorem. So what's this? Okay, this is the definition of this theorem. So in a triangle, the longer side is opposite the larger angle and the shorter side is opposite the smaller angle. So if we have here this triangle and we have here side C, which is obviously the longest side among the three sides, the opposite angle is also the largest angle. Okay? Ganun po ang ibig sabihin yan. So if we also have here side B, and then this could be the second largest, yung opposite angle niya is also the second largest among the three interior angles, no? Yung mga nasa loob na angles. Okay, next we also have here side A. Okay, obviously this is the smallest sides among the three. So ibig sabihin yung opposite na angle niya dito, which is angle A, this is also the smallest angle among the three interior angles. Okay, so if we're going to use a symbol, if angle A is greater than angle B, then side A, yung opposite sides nila, side A is greater than side B as well. Conversely, if side A is greater than side B, then angle A is greater than angle B. Okay, so vice versa po yung kanilang relationship. Alright, I hope na intindihan nyo po yun. Let's have an example for you to understand it better. Okay, so name the largest and the smallest angle. Okay, so alin po dito yung mga angles nila? Hindi naman na-specify yung measurement. Ang meron lang is yung measurement ng mga sides. So using the measurement of the sides, we can actually identify kung anong angle ang largest. So alin po ba sa mga sides natin ang largest side? Well, it's this side. Okay, so 13. Ibig sabihin yung opposite niya, which is yung angle B, yun na po yung largest angle. Okay? And the smallest angle, let's take a look at the smallest side, which is 5. Therefore, ang opposite niya, which is angle C, yun din po ang smallest angle. Okay, yun lang po ang ibig sabihin ng angle-side relationship theorem. Okay, this time let's have example number 2. List the angles in descending order. Okay, this time we are now going to arrange the angles in order. What order? Descending. Ibig sabihin from the largest angle up to the smallest angle. Okay, so paano natin malalaman using the sides? Take a look at the largest side measurement, which is 57. Ano ba ang tapat niya? Anong opposite niya? It's angle B. So yun po yung mauuna. Next, after 57, ano ang susunod? We have 48. So anong tapat ni 48? It is angle C. Okay, and then lastly, 39. Anong tapat ni 39? Angle A. So that's how we arrange the angles. Okay, next, example number 3. Okay, list the sides in ascending order. Alright, this time instead of angle, yung sides naman ang i-arrange natin. And instead of descending, this time it's ascending. Ibig sabihin from the smallest side up to the largest side or the longest side, I mean. So we have here the solution. First, we have C. Okay, bakit C? Kasi tingnan natin yung mga interior angles natin dito. The smallest interior angle is angle C, which has an opposite side of side C. So side C po muna. Then followed by side B. Since 49, ang susunod ay yung 64 na mas malaki. So angle B, opposite niya si side B. And then lastly, we have 70. Angle A, opposite naman niya si side A. So the arrangement is CBA. Okay, or okay, pwede rin naman po na ang pagsulat natin dito, especially pag wala yung mga labels na yan, wala yung small letters or lowercase letters to indicate the name of the sides, we can use the name of the angles or name of the vertex of the triangle to name the side. So yung side C kanina, this is actually side AB. We can use this symbol, okay, with the bar on top or line symbol sa taas. Followed by side AC or segment AC, and then lastly, segment BC. Okay, so that's how we arrange our sides given the interior angles. Okay, again, for you to practice, I have here 3 items for you to answer. Okay, you can do this on your paper and then try to go back again after answering so you can check whether your answer is correct or wrong. Alright, so God bless po ulit sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, I hope you're ready. Let me now show you the correct answers for these 3 items. Okay, number 1, name the largest and the smallest angle. The largest is angle C and the smallest angle is angle A. Next, for number 2, list the sides in descending order. Okay, descending order po tayo given the interior angles. We have side AC muna, followed by side AB, and then followed by side BC. Okay, and then for number 3, list the angles naman in ascending order. Okay, ascending naman siya. So we have angle C muna, which is 2, yung kanyang opposite side. Angle B, which is 9 ang opposite side, and then angle A, which is 10 ang opposite side. So there you go. I hope nakuha nyo ng tama yung mga sagot dito sa ating exercise. Okay, for our last part of the lesson, we included the exterior angle inequality theorem. So anong ibig sabihin nito? This is also related to triangle. Okay, so let's find out. Exterior angle inequality theorem states that the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is greater than the measure of each of the two remote interior angles. So if you are not familiar with these terms, let's review. Ano ba ang exterior angle at ano ba ang interior angles, especially yung remote interior angles natin. So using this figure, we can identify ano ang exterior angle. Yun po yung nasa labas na angle when one side of the triangle is extended. Okay, it creates a linear pair with the one of the interior angle of the triangle. So ito yung exterior angle natin. Okay, pwede rin naman pag ito ang i-extend natin, itong side na to, we can create an exterior angle here or even here. And then pag in-extend naman natin itong side na to, we can also create exterior angles dito. Okay? So ano naman yung remote interior angle? Okay, pag sinabi nating remote interior angle, we have here yung mga interior angles na hindi adjacent sa kanya, hindi katabi ng ating exterior angle. To put it simpler, let's say for example yung word na remote control. Bakit siya tinawag na remote control? Because we don't need to go near the television para ilipat. We just do it remotely. Okay, malayo. So malayo siya. So here we have 2 and 1 malayo sa 4. Hindi katulad ni 3 na malapit kay 4. Alright? So there are two remote interior angles in a triangle that we are dealing with this exterior angle here. Alright? So anong ibig sabihin nito? Okay, let's find out. Anong relationship nila? Okay, we have here the measurement of angle 4, our exterior angle, is always greater than the measurement of angle 1. Okay, ano pa? The measurement of angle 4, yung exterior angle pa rin natin, is also always greater than the measurement of angle 2. So kahit alin sa kanila, they are always less than our exterior angle. Our exterior angle is always greater, bigger, mas malaki kaysa sa mga remote interior angles niya. Okay? Yun lang po ang ibig sabihin nitong theorem na ito. Okay, by the way, saan po galing itong inequality theorem na ito? Galing po ito sa exterior angle theorem. Okay? This theorem, which is abbreviated as EAT, okay, para madaling tandaan, exterior angle theorem. Ang ibig sabihin naman po nito, the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of its remote interior angles. Ibig sabihin, the measurement of angle 1 plus the measurement of angle 2, pag pinag-combine po yan, pag pinag-add, it is equal. Hindi po greater, hindi po less than. It is equal to the measurement of the exterior angle, which is angle 4. Okay, the measurement of angle 4. Yun po ang relationships nila. Okay, to check your understanding on our last theorem, let's try to answer this exercise. Determine whether the given inequality is true or false lamang po, no? So I'll give you time to do that. Try to analyze basing on our exterior angle theorem. Tell me if these relationships or inequalities or equation are true or false. Okay? So God bless po sa pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's try number 1. We have here the measurement of angle 4. Ito po, yung ating exterior angle, is greater than the measurement of angle 2. Ito po yung ating isang interior angle. So, is it greater? The answer is true. Why? Because they are remote. Malayo si 2 kay 4. Hindi katulad ni 3. Adjacent siya kay 4. So, yes, the measurement of angle 4 is always bigger or greater than the measurement of angle 2. Next one, we have here measurement of angle 1 here, this interior angle here, is greater than the measurement of angle 4, this exterior angle here. Is it greater? The answer is false. Okay, the statement should be less than, no? Ito mas maliit kaysa sa angle 4. Okay, kaya false po siya. Okay, kasi greater yung nakasulat dito. Okay, next number 3, we have measurement of angle 5. This exterior angle here is less than the measurement of angle 3. Okay, so are they remote? Is this a remote interior angle of 5? Yes, it is. Pero, ano yung relationship dapat? It should be greater than, hindi less than. So the answer is false. Okay? Next, number 4, we have measurement of angle 5. Still, this exterior angle is greater than the measurement of angle 2. So is angle 2 a remote angle of 5? Yes, it is. But the relationship, let's see. Is the measurement of angle 5 mas malaki ba siya sa angle 2? Yes, so it's true. Okay? And number 5, lastly, we have here the measurement of angle 4, our exterior angle, is equal to the measurement of angle 2, okay, plus the measurement of angle 3. Okay, so do you agree? The answer is false. Why? Kasi si angle 2, although remote siya ni angle 4, pero si angle 3, hindi po siya remote ni exterior angle 4. So dapat, ang remote na isa is si angle 1. So 2 plus 1 is equal to 4 dapat, hindi 2 plus 3. Okay, that's why the answer is false. So I hope naintindihan nyo yung concept ng ating exterior angle theorem. And I hope nasagot nyo po ng tama yung mga questions dito. So ito na po yung last part ng ating lesson. If you want more exercises, you can actually answer these activities. You can just pause this video para sagutan itong activity A. And we also have here activity B, activity C, and activity D. Okay? But you can check this with your teacher because for now, I have to say goodbye for now. Thank you for listening. If you want to check those answers, you can check with your teachers, especially if they availed of our PowerPoint presentations. Kasi package na po yun, nandun na rin po yung mga answers natin. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope may naintindihan kayo at may natutunan kayo. God bless po sa inyong pag-aaral.
Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.